you all just see that?
Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome once again to Do-It-Yourself Budget Hot Rodding. In this episode, we're unveiling our brand new 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT. This car is known as Project Lena. We needed this car because, simply put, poor Project Spirit needs some well-earned time off. A lot of things need to be repaired and replaced on poor Project Spirit so she can continue to do what she does best. However, both cars have a lot of similarities. Let's take a look at those similarities real quick. Both cars, in their heyday, could be pretty well found everywhere. Project Lena, you could still find Pontiacs, well, where I live, they're a dime a dozen still. That could be said about Project Spirit at one time. Both of them have 6 cylinders, and both of them are very affordable in the long run. But that's where the similarities end and the differences begin. Let's take an extensive look into why the Prince Magnum channel is proud to bring on board Project Lena, a 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT. As the video progresses, you will see why we selected a 2003 Pontiac GT. But for starters, let's just say that even though Pontiac is long gone from the American car landscape, you can still find a great deal many of them around. And Project Lena is already in amazing shape for already being 14 years old. This already makes her a great candidate to become a great American classic. As we take a good close look at those beautiful body lines with those factory chrome wheels, you could still see modern styling all along her body. There is no visible rust, and there's no real visible body damage, with the exception of a few dents, dings, scrapes that you're going to see on every car even after just a few years of leaving the factory. For the price that we're paying for Project Lena, I don't think that it's very impossible to make her into a great American classic. Stick around as we take a closer look at why I think Project Lena is perfect for a budget hot rod. True fans of the Prince Magnum channel know all too well that we love our carbureted engines and rear-wheel drive cars. So how in the world does a 2003 Pontiac Grand Am GT fit into the world of the Prince Magnum channel? The answer is very simple. The Pontiac division of General Motors is credited with creating the very first American muscle car. The Pontiac GTO came into being in 1964. With other great cars the Pontiac's named, such as the Bonneville, the Firebird, and the Le Mans, just to name a few, Pontiac was always on the cutting edge of the muscle car era. With the death of the muscle car after 1970, Pontiac did their best to always offer great performance. By the 1980s, front-wheel drive cars and fuel injection now a new thing, many of us used to wonder if we would ever get great performance-minded American cars again. Americans finally got their wish by the 1990s with fuel injection technology coming into its own, but this was only in rear-wheel drive cars. This is fine and well and all, but what about the driver who wasn't able to control a powerful rear-wheel drive car? Pontiac once again answered our prayers. They broke the boundaries by ramping up their front-wheel drive cars in the late 90s With V6 technology, major advancements in front-wheel drive components, and computers for fuel injection really coming into their own, cars like Project Lena, well, they were able to deliver. Sitting underneath Project Lena resides a 3.4-liter engine. This engine puts out a respectable 175 horses, 205 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. Connected to her engine is a 4-speed automatic transmission that doesn't do too bad at putting power to the pavement. Throttle response is still very crisp even after 14 years. Amazingly enough, Project Lena has also been maintained very well for a car that's well known for its owners mistreating them. With more room under her hood than her contemporaries, continuing maintenance will be no problem whatsoever. Project Lena is also has an advantage in her favor, being void of LCD monitors and unnecessary driving aids and pointless push-button technology. This means that Project Lena is very well serviceable long after she makes classic car status in another 6 years. Talk about Pontiac delivering once again. Now I see why in the 1990s they used to have the slogan, Pontiac Excitement. For those of you out there who love Ricer modifications like the decan muffler and ridiculous body kits that make no sense whatsoever, don't expect that to happen here on Project Lena. No, with everything that's going on with her, already wonderful styling that's very modern even by today's standards, along with a very peppy V6 engine with ram air induction, no, it would make sense to do this build in a very, very cheap, affordable, proper way. My wonderful wife is an amazing artist, so those artistic modifications can easily be done at a very affordable price, utilizing her amazing abilities with a paintbrush. Be expecting to see those modifications come along as the channel progresses working on Project Lena. To go along with these lines of budget hot rodding, my knowledge of the hot rod world dates all the way back to 1997, so I have a great deal of knowledge in the aftermarket scene. This should be no surprise to any of you, considering that I have done my very best to remain at the cutting edge of it all. To go along with these lines, don't expect anything in the way of ridiculous turbos and stupid modifications like that. The reason why I say they're stupid is simply put, these modifications are oftentimes very expensive and oftentimes cut in half the life of the vehicle. So don't expect anything along those lines. Nope, all modifications that we make to Project Lena from here out will have the budget in mind, along with the capabilities of putting her back to original state if we need to. So if we do decide to sell her, this will be no problem whatsoever, considering that these modifications won't hurt her running ability or hurt her looks in any way, shape, or form. This is what the Prince Magnum channel is all about, delivering budget hot rods that anybody can have at any time if they so chose. If you like this sort of thing, I promise you, if you stick around, you'll see how this is obtainable. This is again what the Prince Magnum channel is all about, delivering custom cars at a very affordable price for the average American. Alright, by now some of you are asking the question, Prince Magnum, who's responsible for selling you this car? Well, the answer is very simple. The wonderful people over at Farmington Car Mart were the ones that were able to deliver exactly what the Prince Magnum channel needs. And what did we need? Again, we needed an American car that is easily affordable for anybody, that's easily customizable, and could easily make that classic car status like we enjoy here on the Prince Magnum channel. The people at Mart completely understood this and were able to deliver an amazing ride for the Prince Magnum channel. So if you're in the market for a used car, go over and see our friends at Mart, and I promise you, if you ask them nice enough, they'll be able to deliver exactly what you're asking for at an affordable price. And if you really are really nice, tell them Prince Magnum sent you, I promise you, they'll hook you up with the right sales rep who will completely understand your plight. Well, that brings us to the ending of this video. If you stuck with us this long, I want to take time out and thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the Prince Magnum channel, be sure to hit that subscribe icon and become a member of the Maverick Nation. If you're savvy enough, you might even hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time we upload a new video to the Prince Magnum channel. As always, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Idle hands and a creative mind do not make great bedfellows. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them. And as always, for all of you out there, if nobody has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Good night, ladies.